What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again to talk about my Alabama Crimson Tide. There's a lot of things that's been going on this past week dealing with Alabama football, from players declaring for the draft, players announcing that they would transfer, players announcing they was coming back. But we're going to start out with some things that happened before the season came to an end. And we're going to start out with Caleb Downs, true freshman safety. Caleb Downs was named the Shaun Alexander Freshman of the Year this past season. He was the leading tackler on the team, 107 tackles, 70 of those were solo. He had one forced fumble, one fumble recovery, and one punt return for a touchdown. So Caleb Downs was a great addition to this Alabama Crimson Tide team. Nick Saban made a great decision when he replaced Kool-Aid McKinstry as the punt returner in favor of Caleb Downs. All right, first game, returning punts, Caleb Downs returned a punt for a touchdown. So, like I said, he was a great addition to the Alabama Crimson Tide football team. So, hats off to Caleb Downs. Next up, USC cornerback Damani Jackson committed to the University of Alabama through the transfer portal. For USC, he had 32 tackles, 27 solo. He picked Alabama over Michigan. All right, so Michigan fans was all upset about Damani Jackson being at a practice before the Rose Bowl, and they put it out there that Nick Saban was cheating because he hosted Damani Jackson at practice while it was a dead period. So I don't know if Damani Jackson committed before that video came out, but I don't think Nick Saban would allow it to be on video if that didn't happen. So it is what it is. Nothing became of it. So I guess NCAA didn't see nothing wrong with it unless they come out with something later. But welcome to the team, Damani Jackson, cornerback from USC. Also, another transfer, Texas A&M offensive lineman Naquil Betrand. I guess that's how you pronounce his name, Betrand. Okay, he committed to the University of Alabama via the transfer portal. Earlier, before Naquil announced he was transferring to Alabama, defensive lineman LT Overton from Texas A&M committed to Alabama via the transfer portal. So we welcome those two guys aboard too. So as for right now, we can have three guys that is joining our Alabama Crimson Tide via the transfer portal, and we welcome them. All right. Also, our Alabama Crimson Tide won the 2023 SEC Championship. So if you are an Alabama fan like me, you too are an SEC champion. This makes Alabama's 30th conference championship. 30 of them. 30 of them. I mean, Jesus, man. That's why I say Alabama runs the SEC. Since 1992, when the first SEC championship game was played, in which Alabama won, you know what I'm saying? But Alabama has won 11 SEC championship games. All right. I mean, Jesus, man, that is crazy. We have won more SEC championship games than anybody in the SEC. That's why, hey, we own the SEC outright. Okay. Also, Alabama is the only team in the SEC to win 5 SEC championships in a row. 71, 72, 73, 74, and 75. Didn't win it in 76, but came back and won it in 77, 78, and 79. That is crazy. But anyway, nevertheless, Alabama won 30 SEC championships. Nobody in the SEC is within double digits of our Alabama Crimson Tide when it comes to winning SEC championships, baby. So, to everybody else in the SEC, bow down to Bama. Ah, boy, boy, boy. But anyway, all right, let's go ahead and talk about the transfer portal players. You know, we had some to enter the portal even before our Rose Bowl appearance. All right, you had defensive lineman Anquan Barnes. He found a home at Colorado. Wide receiver Ja'Corey Brooks found a home at Louisville. Quarterback Tyler Buckner going back to Notre Dame to play lacrosse. Who else was in the portal? Wide receiver Thao Jones Bell haven't found a home yet. I think those were the 5 guys that entered the portal. I don't know if defensive lineman Isaiah Hastings was in the portal before the Rose Bowl appearance, but he is in the portal. Also, guys that announced after the Rose Bowl, offensive lineman Terrence Ferguson. All right. He is being hosted by Florida State University. I haven't heard if he found a home yet or he's going to commit to Florida State. But I do know Florida State is hosting him if they haven't already have. Tight end Miles Kesselman. We got him via the transfer portal from a community college in Kansas. So best of luck to him wherever he may end up. Center Seth McLaughlin. All right, he already found a home, Ohio State. So still in the Power 5. Don't know if Ohio State gonna keep him as a center or they gonna move him to guard or whatever. But hey, Seth McLaughlin, hey, wish you the best of luck. But your time at Alabama, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, also wide receiver Shaz Preston. Shaz Preston came in the 2023 class, I believe. Didn't really see the field not too often. I maybe can remember maybe 2 times that I saw Shaz Preston on the field. But best of luck to him. Quarterback Eli Holstein. He came in the 2022 class also. I may have seen him we may have seen him on the field maybe twice. Not too much, I can tell you that. Not much at all. So best of luck to Eli Holstein. Then wide receiver Malik Benson. We acquired him via the transfer portal 2023 for the 2023 season. He got, quite a bit of playing time. He didn't get many targets, but he was on the field a lot. So I believe he scored 1 touchdown this season. So, hey, it is what it is. Wish him the best wherever he end up. Hopefully it's at another Power 5 program. Then you got defensive lineman Monakel Goodwine. Didn't see him on the field, not as I can remember. So good luck to all these guys, man. Hopefully they can get a place where they can play right away, man, because these guys need to get some playing time, show their talents, and hopefully get drafted. Next up, defensive back Earl Little Jr. Found a home, Florida State University. Man, I wish this guy would have stayed, man. I wish we could have seen him more this season, man. I think this guy is a hell of a defensive back, man. So I'm sure he's going to succeed wherever he go, which is Florida State University. So that's a great addition to the Florida State defense. Next up, defensive back Christian Story. Christian Story, he got a good amount of playing time this season too. Christian Story, I just think he need a little more work. But I think he can go to a lesser program than Alabama and start right away. But with some development, man, Christian Story, he can be a good defensive back too. So he was with Alabama for, I believe, 3 to 4 years already. So he was with Alabama quite a while. But just get a little more development and he's going to be all right, man. He's going to be all right. Running back, Roydell Williams. I hate this guy left too, man. He got a scholarship offer from Florida State the same day he announced he was entering the portal. He announced that he was coming back, but then I think the next day or the next couple of days he announced that he was entering the portal. But gonna miss old Roydell, man. Roydell ran hard for us this season, man. I wish he'd came back. I'm telling you, boy. Ooh-wee. So anyway, I believe we lost 15 to the portal. So, and those are the names. And hey, let's wish all those guys the best of luck. Even if they haven't found a home yet, wherever they end up, let's wish them the best of luck. All right, let's talk about the guys who declared for the 2024 draft, and we'll start out with offensive tackle J.C. Latham. J.C. Latham held his own pretty much this season at the right tackle position. Last thing we saw J.C. Latham, he was getting blown up, man, on the last play to end our season and to end his time with the Alabama Crimson Tide. I mean, he got blown up. Looked like he lined up in the backfield with Jalen Muro. I mean, damn. But hey, it is what it is. J.C. Latham did some great things for this University of Alabama team. But like they say, through all the great things that you do, it's always the bad that people remember. And I damn sure will never forget how J.C. Latham got blown up on the last play of the Rose Bowl. To end Alabama's season, I might add once again. But anyway, it is what it is. So hats off to J.C. Latham, and appreciate everything you did for the team, brother. Next up, one of my favorites, wide receiver Jermaine Hands Burton. All right. This guy got a lot of enemies. I'm talking about fans. He got a lot of enemies. I'm telling you now. But Jermaine Burton, from what I hear, is a great guy. They say he'll give you the shirt off his back, you know. But I'm just going by what I read about Jermaine Burton. But he's a great athlete. He's a great wide receiver. Jermaine Burton, I mean, we acquired him through the transfer portal. So he was with us 2 years. And he did some great things, man. He came to Alabama his first season. I believe he had 7 touchdowns. He had more yards, more touchdowns, in 2022 than he did at his previous program. And then this year he had almost 800 yards receiving. As a matter of fact, 798 with 8 touchdowns. So at Alabama, he had his most production that he had in his college football career. He just announced that he was leaving or entering the draft yesterday, I believe. So hats off to Jermaine Burton. Appreciate everything he did. And he brought some excitement to the team, brought an attitude to the wide receiver corps. And so, hey, I appreciate Jermaine Burton. Next up, special teams, kicker, Will Riker. Will Riker never missed an extra point in his whole entire career at Alabama. 5 years. Will Riker scored the most points of any college football player in history. That's a lot of points. I think it's 533 points. Well, it's more now, but when he set the record, or broke the record, it was 533 points that he had scored. So that's great for Will Riker, and he will be a successful kicker in the NFL. Guaranteed. Now let's move on to the defensive side of the ball. Next up, we got edge rusher Dallas Turner. And we all know this guy's going to be missed. He's a stellar edge rusher. At least he was for our Alabama Crimson Tide. This season, he had 10 sacks, 14 and a half tackles for loss. This guy came in as a freshman. I believe he had, 7 sacks his freshman season. So ever since he stepped foot in Bryant-Denny Stadium, this guy has been wreaking havoc on quarterbacks. I can tell you that now. This guy will be a great addition to any NFL team, bar none. Okay, this guy, man, I know a lot of people, a lot of college football fans. If you ain't a fan of Alabama, might say he's a dirty player. But Dallas Turner is no way, shape, or form a dirty player. Okay, he just bring the wood. That's all I seen. So hey, you say what you want to say about him, but this guy is a first round draft pick. He might go, be one of the first or the top 10 draft picks. Okay, so I think he'll be picked within the first 10. That's just my observation from him playing at Alabama. Also, we got edge rusher Chris Braswell. Chris Braswell this season, 8 sacks, 10.5 tackles for loss, 1 interception, 1 touchdown. This was Chris Braswell's first year starting, and he balled out, and he made the best of it, man. I mean, Jesus, man. I wish we could have seen more of this guy, but you had Will Anderson in front of him. Chris Braswell, he trusted the process, waited his time, and when he got his time, he made the best of it. That's why I say these guys at Alabama can start 1 year and move on into the NFL and start their rookie season. And I think Chris Braswell is going to be one of them. Hats off to Chris Braswell, Dallas Turner. Appreciate what they did for our Alabama Crimson Tide. And now they can go do it in the NFL. Next up, linebacker Tresman Marshall. He had 2.5 sacks, 4.5 tackles for loss, 1 fumble recovery, and that fumble recovery came at a most important time, which was in the SEC championship game against his former team. Tresman Marshall, as you know, we got him through the transfer portal. Also came in. I can't remember if he started day one, but I know he did get injured, and he was out for 2 to 3 games, and Jahad Campbell came in and picked up where he left off. But Tresman Marshall, again, he was a great addition to the Alabama defense also. In my opinion, I just felt like he should have came back for another year. But, we just fans. We want to see these guys in the uniform that we support. So him, declaring for the draft was a surprise to me. But oh well, wish him the best of luck. Next up, defensive lineman Justin Eboigbe. This boy is a beast, man. This dude is a beast, man. He was in 2022, he was injured, had a neck injury, and he came back this season, and he was a force in that front seven. He had 7 sacks and 11.5 tackles for loss. Justin Eboigbe, another one who's going to be a great addition to an NFL defense. I mean, he might wind up being one of the best. I love the way this guy play. So wish Justin Eboigbe the best, and hopefully he continue trending upward in the NFL, because Justin Eboigbe is a great football player. Then we got defensive back Kool-Aid McKinstry. This guy is a shutdown corner, lockdown corner. As far as college football, a lot of teams wouldn't throw his way. Now, Kool-Aid did get beat maybe 3 or 4 times during his career, but every defensive back get beat time and time again, no matter how good they are. But as far as this season, he only had 7 pass deflections and 1 tackle for loss. But Kool-Aid, I mean, I just think he need to work on, tackling in space, because I think he do get a little soft when it comes to tackling. But other than that, he's going to be a great cover corner for somebody in the NFL. Then we got Terrion Arnold. Terrion Arnold, a baller. This guy was a safety in high school. He got to Alabama, and they converted him into a corner. And he's one of the best corners in all of college football this past season. 2022 was his first year playing the corner position, and he balled out really this year. Now, remember 2022 against Texas A&M, he made the game-saving, I ain't gonna say tackle, but he broke up the pass in the end zone to save the game, to win us the game. But Terrion Arnold this season, this guy had 5 interceptions, 6.5 tackles for loss. What else? 12 pass deflections, 1 forced fumble. Guy was a beast. Man, that's 5 interceptions, 6.5 tackles for loss, 12 pass deflected, 1 forced fumble. A beast. All right. So, and I believe, he had 1 touchdown too. So Terrion Arnold really balled out this season, and he's going to be a first-round draft pick, guaranteed. I don't care that he's really played 1 year as a corner, but and play that position he did. It was hard to get over on him too. And Terrion Arnold is not afraid to come downhill and tackle. So whoever pick up Terrion Arnold, they getting a good one. So hats off to all these guys. Wish all these guys the best. And hate that y'all leaving. I mean, Jesus, man. Wish these guys can come back, run it back, and try to get them a national championship ring. But hey, it is what it is. They going to do bigger and better things. And I talked about the defensive guys. Dallas Turner, Chris Braswell, Tresman Marshall, Justin Boybe, Kool-Aid McKinstry, and Terrion Arnold. I want to throw Jalen Key in there because it's 7 up. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Name 6, but I'm going to throw Jalen Key in there. Safety. I don't know if he's leaving or if he's staying. He hasn't announced nothing. So, he can't transfer right now. That the window is closed. So, we'll see what's going on with Jalen Key. But for those guys, these 6 guys I named, and including Jalen Key, the Alabama defense had 808 or 9 total tackles in the 2023 season. Those 7 guys had 367 tackles. They made 367 tackles. That's 41.3% of the tackles. All right. So 41.3 of total tackles is being lost to the NFL. That's if Jalen Key go. Okay. Then out of the 84 tackles for loss that was made in the 2023 season, 52 of them was made by those 6 guys that already announced they were leaving plus Jalen Key. That's 61.9 tackles for loss. 61.9% tackles for loss that's leaving. Then we had 40 sacks this season. All right. Out of the players that's leaving, plus Jalen Key, 29.5 of those sacks was made by those guys. 73.8% were made by those guys, man. All right. When it comes to quarterback hurries, Alabama had 51 quarterback hurries in 2023. 25 was made by those guys. Yep, that's 49%. Pass breakups. They had 48 pass breakups. 23 was made by those guys. That's 47.9%. Interceptions. We had 12 interceptions. All right. 7 of them was by those guys. That's 58.3%. 5 of them was by Terrion Arnold. So yeah, we're losing a lot on defense. All right. So like I say, 58.3% from interceptions. 4 was made by those guys. Well, 58.3% of the interceptions were made by those guys. 47.9% of the pass breakups was made by those guys. 49% of quarterback hurdles was made by those guys, those defensive guys. 29.5% of, not 29.5, but 73.8% of the sacks was made by those guys. 61.9% of tackles for loss was made by those guys. And 41.3% of total tackles was made by those guys. So yeah, it's a lot leaving on defense. So it is what it is. But the good news is, if you want to consider all of that bad news about the people that's leaving and, transfer portal and the draft, I mean, it's a little good news. We got some returning players, 3 of them right now. Quarterback Jalen Milroe, he's returning. Linebacker Deontay Lawson, he's returning. And safety Malachi Moore is returning. Now, this will be Malachi Moore 5th season. Glad he's using it because we can use it. But Malachi Moore dealt with injuries. He came in and balled out his freshman season. His sophomore and junior season, he was dealing with injuries. Really, his junior year, he sort of feeling like 2 games and he just disappeared. Had a neck injury. I think his sophomore year he was dealing with a back injury. So his senior year he came this year and did pretty damn good. So I think he's going to really ball out for us in 2024. And last but not least, we picked up 2 more commits on yesterday, which is great for the 2024 class. We picked up 4-star safety Xavier Mincy out of Mainland High School, Daytona Beach, Florida. According to 247 Sports, he's ranked 71st nationally, 6th ranked safety in the class, and the 12th ranked safety out of the state of Florida. According to 247 Sports Composite, he's ranked 55th nationally, the 4th ranked safety in the class, and 10th out of the state of Florida. Xavier Mincy got 35 offers. Outside of Alabama, he had offers from Florida, Florida State, Miami, Arkansas, Auburn, Kansas, Kentucky, Georgia Tech, LSU, Michigan State, Notre Dame, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, Oregon State, Penn State, Tennessee, Texas A&M, to name a few. Okay, so this guy is not a slouch, especially when you got those many offers. Take a look at it, a scouting report, a little bit from it. It says he's a big frame defensive back prospect with promising testing and athletic markers. He's held his own on the outside in both press and off-man coverage throughout much of his prep career, and he will fight for inside leverage and look to make plays on the football. Pretty sound tackler in open field and rather spirited in run support. That's all right. Well, it does say he's going to need a year or two, to find his bearings. But if he come in and put in that work, he'll see the field. But I think he's going to have to make his mark on special teams first. So show his willingness. All right. So hopefully he'll trust the process, stick around, because if he that guy, he will be on the field for our Alabama Crimson Tide. All right. So Xavier Mincy, welcome to the team, baby. All right. Second prospect, 4-star running back, Daniel Hill out of Meridian High School, Meridian, Mississippi. 247 Sports got him ranked 128th nationally, 6th ranked running back in the class, and the 4th ranked running back out of the state of Mississippi. According to the 247 Sports Composite rankings, he's ranked 176th nationally, the 15th ranked running back in the class, and the 4th ranked running back out of the state of Mississippi. Daniel Hill, he only got 14 offers, but all of them is from Power 5 schools except for one. All right, outside of Alabama, he got offers from Auburn, Mississippi State, South Carolina, Tennessee, Arkansas, Florida State, LSU, Michigan, Ole Miss, Oregon, and Texas. Okay, so those schools are not slouches. Those are some of the blue bloods. Texas, Alabama. Who else did I mention? Tennessee. So hey, even Auburn. So there's some great schools to be associated with. All right. A little bit about his scouting report. It says multi-dimensional athlete with a position versatile skill set that can project in a variety of ways depending on offensive scheme. Exhibits suddenness as a running back and route runner when flexed out as a receiver. Demonstrates above average play speed and separation quickness in the open field. Shows willingness and physicality as a blocker on the perimeter. Flashes good play strength and the ability to play through contact between the tackles. Appears to possess natural pass catching ability, plus possesses some above average run after catch ability. Flashes some downfield playmaking ability in the passing game. Position versatile piece with the dense frame that can be deployed in a variety of ways on offense. Projects to the running back position at the next level with the ability to be flexed out into the passing game. Jumbo athlete with unique offensive skill set. has the ability to see the field early at the next level because of position versatility while projecting as a Power 5 multi-year starter at the next level. This guy has a great scouting report. And I would love, I think I'm going to love seeing this guy running the ball for our Alabama Crimson Tide. All right. So, Daniel Hill, welcome to the team, baby. So, that's all I got for this video. We just got to look forward to next season. Look forward to the spring. As for now, the A-Day game, I might be there. I might not. But I think next year is going to be an exciting season for us, or the 2024 season is going to be an exciting season for us. And hopefully we can make another run at another national championship. So, with that being said, I'll talk to y'all later, and roll damn Tide.